Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first ever Boat Direct show. My name is Amy Hinote, and I am extremely excited and honored to be introducing this conference and this initiative. At VRM Intel, my company, we've been passionate about direct bookings for over a decade. And there's so many advantages of getting direct bookings over getting bookings from third-party channels. So I'm excited about what we're going to hear about. A few years back, we actually started a hashtag Book Direct Day, which is an annual on the first Wednesday in February. We actually do a global non-branded Book Direct campaign that is really designed to educate consumers about the many advantages of booking directly with you. But more to come on that. So, like you, I am fired up about this conference. The lineup of speakers is stellar. It's one of the best groups I've seen maybe ever gathered in one place. And I'm excited about hearing about all the new stuff, the new ideas, the new tech, the new functionality, the changes in behavior, the changes in the funnel. All of these things are, well, like you, because you're here, they're pretty exciting to people like us. So over the next 2 days, we're going to hear a lot about how to increase direct bookings and how to really educate guests and bring them to you. So as you know, there are a ton of advantages to getting direct bookings. That's why hotels and airlines and pretty much any sector in travel is innovating and investing in their direct channels to increase this business. So I kind of wanted to start off this conference just looking at some of those advantages of having direct bookings. I hesitate to start right out of the gate talking about money, but it's important. And the truth is that in general, the cost of acquisition on your direct channels will be overall lower than the cost of acquisition from third parties. The exceptions of this are when you're building and investing in a new website or something like that. But once you're up and going with direct channels, the cost of acquisition is significantly lower with direct bookings than it is through third-party channels. In addition to the lower cost, there's also more revenue. Besides that, ADRs from direct bookings are higher. Average daily rates on direct booking channels are higher than they are on OTAs and third-party channels. In addition to that, you have the opportunity to upsell on your site and through your voice channel. So if you offer mid-stay cleans or early check-in or late checkout or golf packages or romance packages or honeymoon packages or breakfast packages, whatever it is, a lot of times you can upsell there. So there's additional revenue that can come from direct bookings as well. But more than money, direct bookings are really about matching the right guest with the right home. And you're able to do that in a different way when you have direct communications and, with the guests. So as if your rental's not right for everybody. And with a direct booking, you can locate and kind of identify those mismatches early on. And with more one-on-one contact, especially during the planning process of the reservation, you're able to personalize that guest experience and really set expectations and deliver on those expectations with the guest. And when the expectations are set properly and the guest knows exactly what they're getting, knows what they need to bring and home entry instructions and all the things that you can deliver in a more personalized way, they have a better experience. And a better experience leads to more repeat stays and much better reviews, which leads to more reservations in the future. So there's so many reasons to really take the time and invest in your direct channels. What I'm excited about hearing, I was looking at the agenda like you, and there's some basic fundamentals. There are fundamentals that increase your direct bookings that need to be built in. And so over the next couple of days, we're going to be hearing about how to really build these fundamentals out well, these basics. So one of the first things is building and perfecting your direct booking channel. which is likely your website and your voice channel, whoever's taking your reservations. Basically, it's your sales and marketing. So your website, leading into point 2, your website is an e-commerce website. This is a sales website. So there are elements of e-commerce sites that do a few things. One, they educate the buyer, they entice the buyer, and third, they actually provide some trust, some ease of use and trust that fulfill or defy all the objections that a guest might have. So in your site, professional photos and well-written descriptions, flexible payment options, and mobile payment options are really important for a true e-commerce site. And we're going to be hearing a lot about those over the next 2 days. In addition, the site needs to be found, which includes social media, search engine optimization, having the guest book and some area information and frequently asked questions and your phone number. These things are incredibly important. And so getting the basics right will help the rest of the whole direct booking initiative flow much faster. There is a third component of this that I wanted to mention that we're seeing people do, and that's a book direct guarantee. And in a book direct guarantee, what you're really saying to the guest is that the best price is going to be on my site. And the most flexible cancellation policy you're going to get when you book through me. So if you book on Airbnb or you book on Booking.com or you book on Vrbo, you have, as the owner or manager, I have no control over that cancellation policy. But I do have control when you book directly with me. And also the best price is going to be on my site. And so hearing about that, I'm excited about where we're headed on that, but that book direct guarantee goes a long way in developing trust. There's some interesting things coming up too. I'm fascinated about in this particular conference. There are some tips and tricks that we're going to be hearing about, and I don't know all of these, and so I'm pretty excited about this piece of it. But like the booking funnel has changed, like the way that guests, the first time they decide they want to go on vacation, what do they do from that point until the point that they actually book with somebody? That is changing. In addition, the consumer behavior is changing. So we have, as you know, we've got less international traffic. We have more direct bookings. We also have a lot of drive-to localized traffic. In addition to that, these guests, a lot of them are new and they haven't stayed in rentals before. And some of them have some questions and concerns that you can address through your frequently asked questions sections and through your conversations with the guests. So kind of looking at the booking funnel and the consumer behavior changes, I think learning how to kind of game the system now is really exciting for me. I'm looking forward to learning more about that. In addition to that, there's some basics on marketing that we're going to talk about, are about building out your database and how to collect information, not just on your guest, but their guest. So like not just the person who made the reservation, but also the people that they brought with them that may not have actually put their credit card down, but they're staying at your property. And so pulling that information in and learning how to build a really great database of prospects and guests, and then marketing to that database in a relevant way. For example, sending them a reminder a year from when they booked, not when they stayed, but when they booked, because that's when you knew last year they were actually interested in booking. So even like 2 weeks before that, when you know they're looking again, you want to get in front of them then too. Anniversaries, special events, any information that you collect, from them are really great marketing opportunities for your destination, but also for the individual guest. So I'm really excited about the marketing piece of this. Before I let us kick off the conference, I want to remind you of the Book Direct Day. It's on February 3rd, 2020. It's a global unbranded initiative. And what I mean by unbranded is that you can use your brand in it. You don't have to send them anywhere else. You can do whatever you want to with this campaign. And really all we're asking people to do is use the hashtag Book Direct on your social media and send out an email. And there's some other ideas here too. You can work with your local media. You can also work with your feeder market media. So if your feeder market is New York, that would be a great place to educate, to work with the media there to bring in the people who are coming to your places in the Hamptons. In addition to that, the destination marketing organizations, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, the tourism departments and agencies, pulling them into this book direct effort goes a long way. And then creating a page on your site, a landing page on your site for your campaigns that really highlights the benefits and all the juicy things that you're able to offer them when they book directly with you. So last year, you can see the kind of the spike of where Book Direct Day was. We the campaign ended up, this is just Twitter and Instagram. Facebook, we were not able to measure a hashtag performance on Facebook last year. And by the way, if any of you marketing people would like to help us with this, we'd be happy to have the help. But on Twitter and Instagram, we saw a reach of over 11 million, a direct reach, and then with 105 million impressions. Also, 7 million property managers let us know that they sent out over 7 million emails to guests and prospects. And that's just the ones that reported to us. So as you can see, it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for us all to come together and try to create something great that lets everyone know, all the consumers know, how incredibly important it is to book direct and all the many advantages that they're going to get if they do. So with that, I am so excited about these next 2 days. I'm excited to be here, and I am going to be sitting here right along with you and learning all of these juicy tidbits with you. I think I've got a panel with Simon Lehman and Matt Landau a little bit later in the day, so I'll see you then. With that, welcome to the Book Direct Show, and I will turn it back over to you, Damien. Thank you for having me.